SAT example number 14 has quite a few steps to it. It's a situation with money where it gives you the relationship in the number of coins of each nickel, dimes, and quarters. And then the total value of the coins is $1.40. So what I'm going to do is kind of write that out, where we're going to let N equal the number of nickels, D equal the number of dimes, and Q equal the number of quarters. Now we know that their total value is $1.40 or 140 cents. I'm just going to leave out the decimal point. So to get that total value, what you'd have to do is multiply the number of nickels by 5 cents, the number of dimes by 10 cents, and the number of quarters by 25 cents. So we know that equation will give you the total value of all the coins. But we want, in solving our equation, we want only one variable. So what we're going to do is replace D and Q in terms of N by using the relationship that's given in the problem. It says Susie has one more nickel than dimes. So the number of nickels she has is more than the dimes. So if we take the number of dimes and increase it by 1, we'll have the number of nickels. And then she says she has 2 fewer quarters than nickels. So again, she has more nickels than quarters, so the number of nickels will equal the number of quarters plus 2. It's just the way it's worded, which makes it a little tricky, but if you think about which there are more of, you can kind of figure out whether you should add or subtract. So if you look back at those two little equations, the number of nickels is 1 more than the dimes, so she has more nickels, and likewise on the quarters. So now I'm going to go back to the original equation, 5n plus 10d. Now I'm going to replace my d, so if I take this little equation right there and get d by itself, d would equal n minus 1. So I'm going to replace d with n minus 1. And then q, likewise, take that second little equation, get the q by itself, q would equal n minus 2. Now, the tough part of this problem is over. That was the hard part, setting it up. At this point, just distribute 5n, 10n minus 10, and then 25n minus 2 times 25, which is 50, equals 140 cents. Take that equation, collect the number of n's together. You have 5, 10, and 25 n's, which make 40 n's. And then you have minus 10 minus 50, which is minus 60, equals 140. At this point, add the 60 to both sides, and you get 200. And then n equals 5 from there. Okay, so let's go back and see what the question's asking. How many total coins does she have? Well, we know the number of nickels is 5. And if we go back and look at this, well, 5 equals d plus 1, so d would have to be 4, so the number of dimes is 4, and then n equals q plus 2 would be 5 nickels equals the number of quarters plus 2, so the number of quarters would have to be 3, so q is 3. Now to answer the question, finally, the total number of coins would be 4 plus 3 plus 5, which is 12, choice E. And that's the end of that problem.